Hi everyone. So it's first of my regular movie reviews today. Going to see Emma Thompson's new film. Good luck with you, Leah Grande. Just about to go in at my local cinema and see it now. And afterwards, I'll get back to you again. So good luck to you, Leo Grande. It's a sex comedy. It's billed as a sex comedy, but really it's more to do with relationships. Stars Emma Thompson and Daryl McCormick, who you may remember seeing in Peaky Blinders. Now, Emma Thompson, she plays Nancy Stokes, a middle-aged retired teacher who basically, she's had an unfulfilled love life with her husband. She's after some excitement, but beyond that, it's very much a case with her of trying to find herself as a person as well, because she's become so regimented through teaching, and so I think she viewed herself as stuffy and introverted and closed. So she hires Leo Grande, who Daryl plays, who is obviously a confident, charming sex worker. He's got all the usual things that people look for in men in that sort of setting: the muscles, the charm, the good looks, and all the rest of it. But through use of his Irish humour and his just generally being a nice person, they find a connection very, very quickly. And the film is kind of split into several meetings in the same hotel room, split into acts, as it's known in the film, in the same hotel room, and they talk through everything: their thoughts on life, their past, their children, their families, their needs and their desires. And it starts off the film, she is very, very introverted, shy, closed, and afraid of even being with another man in that kind of environment and situation. By the time that we're into their second meeting, she's actually written up a list of her physical and sexual needs. And over time, they not only explore their feelings, again, it's mostly through speech. There's no really gratuitous sex or anything like that. There is a scene at the end, but it's rated a 15, so it's more to do with, as I say, self-discovery as a person. But they're both obviously, in a way, wearing masks. She is trying to break away from her enclosed self to become more self-confident. He is there in order to help her do that. But even Leo is very much, through being Leo Grande, he's hiding his real self away. His real name, he obviously hides. He hides his profession from his brother and his mother. They both believe he works on an oil rig. And so in a way, they're both hiding their real selves in plain sight. And I find it a little bit complicated in places to sort of understand who we're actually seeing more of. Was it the characters themselves were portrayed, or was it the characters' real selves of the characters that the actors were portraying with the characters, if you know what I mean? It does get quite complex and quite layered. And I think that's probably why, for the most part as well, most of the movie is just a two-hander between the both of them. It's not really until the end of the film that other characters become involved, and they're mostly other hotel staff, and also a young girl who Nancy used to teach at school. She's actually working as a waitress at the hotel. And by the end of the film, both Leo and Nancy are very, very different people. More confident Nancy's more confident in some ways. One thing, aside from the confusion of which part of the characters we were really getting by the end of the film, the other thing for me that was the downside was the sudden ending of the film, and they both parted very, very abruptly. And although she had a slight air of confidence about her, you didn't really find out whether that confidence continued in her life and where life took Nancy after those meetings. So I would have liked to have maybe explored that a little bit, but I definitely give the movie credit for exploring taboo subjects. Well, what the movie industry regards as taboo subjects. Very much so. I mean, any sort of intimacy and love between older people in Hollywood tends to be shied away from, definitely. So huge props for them making this movie. Although I do think there was a little bit too much reliance on mentioning the age gap. There was far too many references to that. Let's not concentrate on the ages, and let's just concentrate on the celebration of them as people getting to know each other and celebrating their lives. I think that would have been an even better approach. And the sudden ending, I mean, the credits were less than a minute. It was almost like, Nancy leaves the hotel and then it's the credits, then boom, the lights are up and that's your lot, out you go. Which was a bit unexpected given that we'd had such a complicated, layered story. It's certainly worth going to, and you learn a lot about people's prejudices and stereotypes and all the rest of it in relationships through seeing the film. And a lot of the subject matter in terms of what makes us tick as humans, you can actually quite freely through the film discuss with children. But I wouldn't take younger children, certainly not, as I say, so 15, but worth seeing. But I would have liked a little bit more closure at the end, and the ending not to be so abrupt, and to find out, as I say, a little bit more about how Nancy's life developed after those encounters. But other than that, good luck to you, Leo Grande. Very good film indeed. I give it 4 out of 5 stars. Well, I hope you enjoyed my review of Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. If you did, please give a like in the comments and maybe a nice cheeky little subscribe. As I said, this is the first of my movie reviews. My next one will be marking the anniversary of the Peter Cushing Doctor Who films, Doctor Who and the Daleks, and Doctor Who Dalek Invasion Earth 2050 AD. I'm actually going to see those tomorrow, so a review will probably follow the day after. So take care.